Hello everyone, it's Dcuber, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to improve your times while solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube one-handed. This is the first video of the improvement in OH series. So in this video I'll show you how you can improve your turning style to get better times. For example, how you can turn faster OH in OH to improve your times. The other video will be showing some special algorithms and cases which you need to learn while solving the Rubik's Cube one-handed. So here are some tips to improve your turning speed or turns per second while you are solving the cube with your one hand. So first of all, you should hold the cube in a position that I showed you in the previous video. If you haven't seen that one, you should see it first, because in that video I kind of teach you how to solve the OH, but I also covered the way how you should hold the cube and how you should turn, how you should perform various turns while solving OH. So you should first check video and then you should come back to this one. So you from the previous video you have learned how you should hold the cube. So I am holding it in my home position and I have these two fingers free to perform the R and U moves. So you can improve your speed of R and U moves by performing two GL algs, like just doing random R and U moves, scrambling it in the cube with only R and U moves, and then solving it as fast as you can with using only R and U moves. So you should practice it and get better times. You can also perform some algorithms which consist of only R and U moves, like the U pumps. You should perform them. You can perform them randomly and can get as fast as you can on these algorithms. And if you are right-handed, you can also do the same with L and U moves. I am not right-handed, so I am not able to do it as fast, but you can you should practice it with L and U moves. Also, if you are right-handed, you need to learn all the algorithms like T pump, F pump and J pump with the algorithm constituting of L and U moves, not with the R and U moves, because with the left hand you can do the R and U moves quickly, but with the left hand you can do the L and U moves in the same way. So you should learn all the algorithms. You should convert them to the L and U moves, and then you should learn them and practice them and drill them so that you can perform as fast as you can while you are solving the Rubik's Cube with the right hand. You can also randomly scramble the cube, just rotating and scrambling it using any random moves like wide U, wide R, D, B, anything that you like, L moves, and just random scrambling it and then trying to solve it without any timer, because take your time, do the best solution that you can find of using your one hand, and take your time, do without a timer, because timer will just make you a rush of solving the cube. So it's better that you first practice your solves, the first you practice your turning and then start timing your solves. You should do this daily without the timer sessions, because that will really help you to improve your times and train your fingers in a way to move them as fast as they can while solving the cube. So one more tip people usually give to improve your times while solving the 3x3 with one hand is using limited uses of table. You can use the table while solving the cube, you can bump your cube to the table and align all the sides and then start solving, or you can just keep your cube in the table and just do random turns with your one hand. But the tip which is given mostly is that you should limit your table abuse. That is, it is the one of the most highest affecting factors which affect your times while solving the cube one-handed. Like if you just keep keeping your cube on the table and like just keep bumping it and hitting it on the table, it affects your time really badly. You can get really bad times if you like keep hitting and bumping your cube on the table, unless you are Max Park, of course. So you should limit your table usage to very minimum, like only to the only to the solving of cross or like the last layer, or only when it is necessary, like you have to align the layers. Just you are not able to do the R moves and you have like there's your cube is not able to corner cut and you have to align this, so you can just keep it on the table for like less than a second and then just align all the layers and then start turning. So table usage should be minimized to a huge extent, because table is like one of the biggest factor to limit your times while solving the cube one-handed. So people usually ask about how they can do the M turns, like the PLL, OL consisting of M moves. So basically I suggest you to learn algorithms which are in R and U moves, so that you are free of the M moves. Like the U pump you should learn with the R and U moves and not with the M moves, because M moves are really hard to do while one-handed. The last and the most affecting tips of all of the video is that you should keep practicing. You should regularly practice your OH turning and like never leave it for a long while, because your hand may just like turn out of practice of turning the cube one-handed. So you should keep practicing your one-handed solves on regular basis and like never just drop it. So you should practice it in effective measures. Like you should also tackle like a specific problem like F12 or last layer by drilling the F12 cases or the last layer algorithms. Like you can, if you are not able to perform G pumps in effective measure in while you are solving the cube one-handed, so you can just drill the algorithms by doing them again and again. And also by, if you are not able to improve with your current algorithm, you can switch your algorithm and then try to improve your times of that PLL with that algorithm. So you should practice your turning with the OH. It will help you a lot, because you can't just improve your times in one day or two. You need months of practice and concentration to drop your times to a appreciable extent. So you should keep practicing. This will help you the most. So that was all for this video. Hope you get some help from it. The next video will be consisting of some special algorithm and cases which are like really tough for people to tackle while solving the cube one-handed. So I hope you like this video. If yes, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell for upcoming like videos about one-handed and many other events. Until then, this is DCuber signing off.